Welcome back. As you saw the other day, if you follow me on Instagram, I got a delivery from Tarmac Sportz. Well, I ordered the Blox Plenum spacer 5/16. We're going to have a go at fitting this today. Thank you to the boys at Tarmac for doing this so quickly for us. Well, let's get on with it. Hit the subscribe button now. Don't forget to check out our back catalogue. Welcome back to the Utility Garage. Today we're going to So first off, what's in the box? So obviously we've got our 5/16 spacer. Looks really good. I can't see any problems with it. It's very smooth. But you also get the hardware that goes with it. Okay, so all the hardware that goes with it, all the bolts, the washers, the spacers, all the bits you need. Obviously different length bolts for doing different parts of the plenum. There is also, inside the box, Blox spacers instructions. So we're going to go by their instructions. And some of the tools you're going to need. We may need some more, but these are ones that I know about. So 10mm on the ratchet, a 10mm spanner, ratchet one again, and you're also going to need a torque wrench to torque the bolts back up after we're finished. Okay, the first thing we do is undo the strut bar. This is just basically getting it out of the way. So there's 4 bolts here. What I normally do is the battery cover, I turn that upside down, that's where I keep all my bolts. Just keeps it somewhere and I can move it about if I need to. That's your strut bar out. Job done. Next job, undo the plastic cover. 4 bolts. What they do say is drain the coolant. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to actually pivot it on the back and undo it that way. I think drain the coolant just seems a bit over excessive. Okay, so all we need to do now is unbolt these and obviously unbolt these breathers and bits and pieces like that. So let's get going. Back over here. Now our plenum is nice and... Okay, so look, I've already wiped this side off, but you can see, obviously that's what it should look like, but that's all the build up I had. There's almost nothing there at all. So clean, it's unbelievable. But like I said, super low mileage, what do we kind of expect? So the instructions say disconnect the battery, which we've already done. It says remove the battery strut tower, we've done that. And it says remove the plastic cover, we've also done that. Remove the throttle body and the coolant hoses, brackets and vacuum hoses. Well, we haven't done that because look, there's so much space for us to work with. I mean, that's just length there. I mean, I could hold that back quite easily, get loads and loads of space, so we're not going to be doing that. Obviously remove the 18 bolts that hold it in, which we've already done. So the next section is install the 6 round spacer hardware kit. We have these spacers. Okay, so these need to sit exactly where they're going to be because these space, obviously, these sections up here down to there, so there is no air gap. Okay, so we're going to put those in place. We're going to put a little bit of liquid gasket on the bottom of those, okay, just to kind of hold them in place so they're not moving around. Okay, so let's get on with that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of liquid gasket on these. So this is Ramble clear, okay? So all we're going to do, stinks like Mary House, don't go sniffing it, will you? All we're going to do is stick a tiny bit, because we've cleaned that all up in there, we're just going to stick a little tiny dab all the way around there. also it will also seal it, which is a good thing. It's going to be a bit cheeky. I'm going to do it on the underside of here. Okay, just a smear of seal all the way around those 6 mils. Okay. Make sure all the edges are clean all the way around. Which is, we've already done that. We've already been round. Okay. And use a quality sealant, and then put a smear around all the way around. Okay. So we are going to hold this up a little bit this time. These bolts here don't stay. See the 4 mil that goes on there? Yeah, look, 4 mil. So 4 mil, they made the ratchet, you can undo those bolts. We have the gasket on there. It can only go on one way, so it's not an issue. If you lift up your plenum a little bit, and you will see it will just mind your rubber of the mind your rubber for your oil filler cap, put it in place. Make sure it's sitting exactly where the bolt holes are. Okay, that's sitting very flush, very nice. Happy with that. Right, so the next job we're going to do, put another little bit of sealant all the way around that now. Like I said, unfortunately this split on me, so I'm going to do it around with my finger. And like I said, you only need a smear in. You don't need lashings of it, but I am going around the bolt holes like we did in the other bit. Careful because you've got this back pipe that keeps getting caught when you're going back down, which is why they told you to take it off. But we've got it, we're down. It's not a problem, it's not got in the way. Job done. Okay. And gently back over the top. See, now this is what I meant about this rubber. The rubber got in the way then. So we're going to just use a little pry just to make sure that we're not going to catch that rubber. There we go. And we are in place. Now what we've got is, we've all got different size bolts. Okay, so the instruction states 4 long bolts with washers. They go into number 9, which was at the back here. Okay, we're not doing anything up, I'm just making sure we're in the right place. Number 3 is there. Right. Okay. 1 and number 6. Okay, so we just put them in, just tacking them in. Yeah, they're all in the right place. Then we have 3 medium bolts. Number 5 is here. Again, like I said, this is finger tightening. Yep, that's it. 5, 2, 4. Okay, just a little bit of a around there. And number 4. We've got our 10 mil on our 4.5 Newton meter So just going to start rebuilding it. Right, moving all the tools out of the engine bay, any paperwork, anything that's not supposed to be there. Right, well, keep your fingers crossed. Let's give it a kick. When we first started it up, it wasn't running quite right, it was a bit rough. It turns out that one of my pipes had got caught and split, causing an air leak. It's now ticking over lovely, so let's go on a test drive, shall we? Okay, so we're in the car, we're getting ready to go. There is no lights on that shouldn't be on, so that's all good. It does feel a little bit more rough on idle. That might be just me, but let's have a go. Let's go for a little spin. Right, again, no lights on the dashboard that are anything untoward. Tick over seems lovely. I'm just going to wait for this car to go past, then we're going to give it a bit of a blat. Initial thoughts when I first pulled it away, it did feel a bit more responsive. So you ready? Let's go. It definitely feels more responsive. Okay, so we're back from the test drive, and I've got to say I'm really impressed. When you first pull away, it feels like it's got a little bit more oomph to it, but I think that's probably just in my head. However, I've got to say, when you do hit that mid-range power, there is definitely more oomph there. It feels like a different car. I mean, I'm seriously impressed. I wasn't expecting big results, but I'm definitely impressed with that. I mean, we are going to go down the route of a tune soon, but we've got to change the Y pipe. I'm going to change the Y pipe, and then when we all get off of this isolation thing again, I'm going to book it in and get it tuned, which we will also do another video on. But definitely value for money. Go and get yourself a Blox spacer. You will feel the difference. I was amazed by the difference it is. Thanks again to Tarmac for supplying us and getting the part in so quickly. I made my mind up what I wanted, and bam, they had it. So thanks again, and we'll catch you on another Idiot in His Garage very soon.